Hello, and welcome back to Nat Scraps. Thank you for joining me. If it's your first time here, my name is Natalie Koenig and I am a paper crafter. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you visiting again. I today am working on layout 2 of Serenity, so taming the purple, and I have friends. If you've watched the other videos, you know I have friends that have come from all over Australia, a couple of different states. They're crafting with me for the weekend, so I forgot to video record the start of this layout. So we're picking up where I cut a frame for the layout, which is the purple frame that's in front of you, and I have blended all the edges, and then we're going to start the creating. So I've kind of done a little bit already in the process. I tried this purple behind the frame, but that's not going to tame the purple. That's going to make the purple jump out even more. I have a little bit of that wood grain that's left over from layout 1. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. What are you doing here? Jokes. And then I am bringing in a photo mat, and that's where I'm starting. Serenity is a uniquely creative... Why do I always tumble over all those words? It's a uniquely creative February release, and it is very, very, very purple. I don't generally do purple. I do a little bit of purple, not much. So I'm trying to tame it down a bit and trying to take a little bit of the purple away and bring in a few other things. I'm using pretty much just the kit. So the 12 by 12 papers, the creative cuts, which is what's in that little ephemera box over there on the side, some vellum cuts. There's my friend's hands. Hi Janine. Hi Michelle. Hi Kerry. They're popping in to help a hand there. And so creative cuts, vellum cuts, the cutout pieces from the 12 by 12 papers. That's pretty much what I'm using, but I am trying to bring in lots of white and lots of the greens and things that are in the kit as well. Here I'm diving through. I've got this little card that came in the 12 by 12 sheet with all the other little tags and bits and pieces, and I'm looking at it going, I can use this to tuck tags in and make it a bit of a feature on the page. I'm moving a few things around, obviously, and to me the tags, so that kills a couple of birds with the one stone. I'm using up some of those tags that are in the 12 by 12 sheets, as well as using up this little pockety bit, which I didn't know what I was going to use it for. It may have been a journaling card, I'm not sure. I'm going to mat the photo. I do think about going purple and then I realize that's too purple for me, so I'm going to mat it on the opposite side of that and green. Cutting this frame for me helped to tame the purple in that it lets a lot of light white colors in, and also there's a lot of floral on those papers. So by cutting out the center, I've still got that beautiful florally field. I've still got some beautiful purple there, but it's not en masse for me, and that's what I did with that one and how I think I do. Please let me know if you think I'm taming the purple, or whether you think by the end of this I may enjoy working with purple, or let me know. I always like to hear a bit of feedback. Pop it in the comments. I'd love to know. Here I am just mounting that frame up, so I want it to look like a bit like it's a real frame, give it a little bit of dimension. It goes a bit pear-shaped here. I lay it down, I realize it's as crooked as can be. I sit it there, go, maybe I can live with it. Nah, I can't live with that. So I spend some time ripping this up. I spend a lot of time redoing things that I've done. This one, thankfully, didn't completely destroy the piece of paper I was working on, and thankfully it didn't have anything else down yet, so not too bad. I called for backup, so I yell across the room, help please. Have a plethora of people go, yep, be there in a second, and then they come over and they're going to help me hold this in place. Well, I try to get this straight on the page. Now, it's not perfect when I'm finished, and it's a little winkly where I pulled it up, but it does work eventually. So, you know, it's okay. It doesn't look too bad. And you guys all know that I stuffed up there, but the average person might not pick that off just without being told. So we're, you know, hopefully all good. Once I get that frame down, I'm going to start rebuilding those clusters you've seen me with before. I did tear that little bit of wood grain. I like putting something down horizontal like that, especially if I've got like a cluster of things that want to go down along the bottom. It helps to give them something to sit on, like a shelf, so they're not floating on the page just willy-nilly, and they're sort of grounded there. So I'm going to pop my photo mat on. Now these photo mats that you see, they're brand new in the range. They came out in February along with the Serenity kit. I don't know if you get them in your creative kit, because I get this beforehand, so I don't know if you do, but the frames can be purchased now from your supplier, and they're really cute. They tell you where to put your photo, so especially when doing mini albums. So if you haven't seen the mini album I did with this collection, what are you waiting for? Go back and see that one. But yeah, so they are available now. Now I'm just cutting along these lines. I'm using the ruler just to trim out the little slots. Well, I'm assuming that was what this was for. Not 100% sure, but that's how I'm using it. So I'm going to trim out those, and you'll see in a moment, they're actually quite wide and make a good little area to stick the tags down into. So I've trimmed those out, and then I'm going to see if that's going to work on my page and bring back in my tags. Now when I'm fiddling with my tags, is that, oh, I'm going to put this flower there first. We'll do that first before I move on to the next bit. Now I realised after I put this here, because I just spontaneously popped this flower on, and then I realised that's where my title was going to go, but so I have to come up with another little moment to think about that. And I do find a little spot which is on top of that green tag. Now I have that flowery tag is actually the longest tag, but I don't want it to go green, green, purple. I want it to go green, purple, green. So I will end up cutting that down, because you don't really want it all green together and that. You want to break it up. So I will in a moment mark that, and then we'll come in. This is where I realized that that title is just in the wrong spot. Fancy me. See, that's why I lay everything out before I go ahead and glue everything down. But I must have had a brain fart and just not taken that into consideration at all. What will I do next? I'm popping in these few things. I found this cute little owl. Isn't he gorgeous? He's just going to pop up there on that branch. It's not going to be noticed by a lot of people up there, but he's just so cute. How could we not add him in the corner? I'm also going to pop that little fairy on. Again, if you're not a fairy person, leave it off. Put something else there. There's plenty of other butterflies and birds and bits and pieces you could pop there. Here I'm marking that tag just to the depth I want it to be, and I'm going to attach this to the page. So going around, please let me know if you've subscribed to the channel. Leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing it. It does help, and it I'm just trying to get my numbers up just a little bit. So I am begging people at the moment that if you watch my videos and you enjoy them, then consider just hitting that subscribe button. There is no payments or anything like that. All it does is it will notify you if I upload a video, so you'll know that one's gone up. So I would love it if you did support the channel in that way. Here I'm just working out which of my corner punches will most suit the other corners that are on these two tags, and I slide that one in. I'm going to add this butterfly, and at this point the layout is pretty much done. There's not much to go here. I have just a couple of tiny things. I think the animals to stick on and the title, and we're close to finished. So yeah, Now I am going to blend each of these tags so that they have that. I'm blending it with the Black Silk Oxide ink from Ranger, but it could be done with a grey, or if you like purple and don't want to tame the purple like me, you could do it in Dusty Concord, which matches this collection really, really well. So just flying around them, and then we'll see what we're up to next. We are very close, guys. Don't you hate it when you run out of things to say? One of the other things I'll do very last up to is that I am going to blend around the outside edge of the whole layout, the white base page, and that will just bring things nicely and cohesively together as well. That little bow is just going to go up the top. Now, I made sure to make sure that only the top little bit of that bow had glue on it so that I can slip a photo in here at a later date. There is a still shot at the end. You'll see even right when I'm sort of showing the layer, I show the tags all straight in that pocket, but I do actually like it, and it's in the very final shot that I have them all on a little bit of an angle in their pockets, which I like a bit better. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. Thank you for sticking with me and watching. Let me know if you're enjoying this series. Keep on scrapping, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.